Hi, Chris Erskine here. It's January 25th, and this is my weekly update on my studio activities. So, in addition to reading about contemporary masters and trying to get insights into their works, I am also generating concepts that could develop into paintings. So I've slightly changed my approach from in the past, uh, where now what I'm trying to do is as a thought occurs to me about a potential painting, a potential concept for a painting, I create a digital sketch. And every day I might, or every few days, I might come up with a new concept of what I want. And I'm these are just like really rough. I don't really do a lot of research. I just go to my iPad and do a digital sketch, and it's rough. I'll show you just a couple. This is how it starts off. I might do a figure. I might do sort of get a sense of, well, I want to do a figure in a landscape, or I'm thinking about a cityscape. So I've just started working on that. And then as I start, and then I would come back and start filling in different elements of it. Well, I want this in there and I want that in there. And this may not bear any relationship to what the final painting or even the finished drawing might look like. These are just first attempts at trying to get something down so I have something to react against. So then I start working it out a little bit more. So it comes out like that. This is one painting concept. This is another one I'm working on right now. That's a little bit further along, but there's lots to do. And then this is one I'm still working on, and all of them I'm working on, but this one is just, I'm just trying to get a sense of figure to background relationships and what I should include and not include. So the notion is that I will create maybe a dozen, 2 dozen sketches, develop them up to sort of a finished level. And then from this pool of about maybe 24 sketches or so, I will then take to the next stage, which is to do painting on paper. Again, I haven't quite worked out whether this is going to be an acrylic painting, whether it's going to be a gouache painting, or whether it's going to be an oil painting. The advantages are ghost is a thicker water-based paint, acts more like acrylic paint, but it's still like watercolor, but more solid. And so it's a quick way to work out the colors, the concepts, and it really will stay as a drawing on paper, like a watercolor painting. The acrylic would move it to a little bit more permanent, make it more like a painting on paper rather than a watercolor or a sketch on paper, or go to oil and then again making it more solid, more like what would show up on the canvas. The advantage of using the oils is I can work out the how I lay down the colors and that sort of thing. However, then I'm combining two steps in two parts into one step, blocking out the color, working out what how the colors should be laid out on the canvas, so that when I'm actually producing the painting, I'm not muddying up the colors, because the drying time of oils is quite lengthy. So you have to sort of block out the colors, and then you either make a conscious decision that wet into wet paint is going to occur, or you're going to let it dry and then layer on a second layer of oil colors. So there's a whole, how do I lay on the oils in a process so that I get the desired results. there's the other question, the more basic question, which is what colors am I going to use? What's the color composition of the painting going to be? And it's a little, that's a big process. So there, um, it might be better to work with acrylics. And so if I decide to change colors, I put a blue, but then the blue's too dark and I want to put in light. It's very easy to go over that with acrylics because they dry quite quickly. However, if it's oils, then I'm facing a very long drying period. So it would slow that process down. So I'm probably going to go gouache or acrylic paint on paper and then leave the oils to the canvas. So that's my current thinking. So that is what I'm doing, and as you see, these are fairly preliminary drawings, and I'm still got thoughts about other paintings that I haven't had the opportunity yet to put on paper or sketch out on my digital pad yet. So I'm still trying to populate that 24 drawings that I like to have as a pool before I make the next decision about which concepts are strong enough to move to the next stage of putting on paper. And then again, as I mentioned earlier, from that, I then choose the strongest candidates from the paper once I've worked out the color composition, that which ones are striking me as the strongest, and then those get transferred then to canvas, and then that's hopefully where I would end up. So that's what I'm doing this week. In addition to doing research on Peter Doyle, Dana Schultz, and Philip Guston. I probably will be spending most of January working on these guys and trying to figure out how they approach painting and what insights I can draw that are applicable to my efforts. So that's where I am this week. Thank you for dropping by. We'll see you next week, hopefully around this time. Take care. Bye.